He thought he had another victim. He didn't expect the police to answer the door. Welcome to Scam Justice Files. Do well to subscribe to this channel for more updates on scams. In this episode, we expose a call center scam that's been stealing from people across the United States. These scammers have been targeting vulnerable victims, pretending to be tech support agents. They pressure people into giving up their computer access and then demand money in the form of gift cards or wire transfers. But this time, instead of tricking a victim, they ran into us. We recorded their calls, traced their numbers, and documented everything. Then we turned it all over to the authorities. Today, I'll take you through the entire process step by step, from how the scam begins, to how we safely gathered information, to the moment police became involved. Before we dive in, I need to be clear about something. We don't break the law. We don't hack, delete files, or do anything that crosses legal or ethical lines. What we do is expose scams, educate the public, and pass legitimate evidence to the right authorities. Do not attempt to engage with scammers on your own. If you get a suspicious call, hang up, keep records, and report it. Alright, let's get into it. It always starts the same way. Your phone rings. The number might look like it's from a local area code. You answer, and a voice, usually with a rehearsed tone, tells you there's a problem with your computer. In this case, the caller claimed to be from Apple support. He said they detected a virus on the system and urgently needed access to fix the problem. Right there, that's your first red flag. Real companies don't cold call people about viruses. But these scammers count on fear. They hope you panic and let them take control. I decided to play along. Using a clean computer set up specifically for these calls, I acted like I was worried and confused. I asked basic questions, and the scammer quickly moved into his script. "Ma'am, your MacBook has been compromised. Hackers are using it to steal your information. If you don't act immediately, your bank account will be drained." Notice how he layered on the pressure. Scammers always rely on fear and urgency. They want you to think you have no time to double-check or verify their claims. Then came the request. He asked me to install remote access software. He guided me step by step, reading from a script he's probably used hundreds of times before. This is their favorite trick. Once they have remote access, they can lock your system, plant fake warnings, and steal files. I let him walk me through it, pretending to follow along, but of course I never gave real access. The goal here was to capture the way they operate, word for word. Every pause, every line, every threat was recorded. After 10 minutes of playing the nervous customer, he shifted to the money grab. He told me my system was infected beyond repair and that the only way to stop the hackers was to buy security software from him directly. The cost? Several $100s, to be paid immediately, and only in gift cards. Gift cards are another giant red flag. No legitimate company asks you to pay in iTunes cards, Google Play cards, or any other kind of gift card. Scammers love them because they're untraceable and irreversible. Once you read off the code, your money is gone. I acted hesitant, which made him push harder. His voice got louder, and his script got more desperate. "If you don't do this right now, your data will be destroyed. You could lose access to your bank accounts forever." By stalling him, I was able to stretch the call. During that time, I traced the numbers he was calling from. Using only legal and public tools, I logged call patterns and compared them to other reports online. And sure enough, multiple victims had reported the same number tied to fraudulent support calls. That gave us a starting point. Now, here's where things got interesting. As I kept him on the line, I noticed he slipped up. He mentioned a fake support website. These sites are typically cheap domains registered overseas, often with typos or strange variations of real company names. I pulled up the site in a secure environment, and there it was, a carbon copy of Apple's branding, but with broken English and a sketchy payment portal. The domain had only been registered for a few weeks, which is a common trick scammers use. They burn through websites quickly once they're reported. With the call recordings, the phone logs, and the domain information, we had enough evidence to start putting the puzzle together. The next step was cross-checking public business databases and scam reporting forums. Sure enough, the same phone numbers and the same domain popped up in complaint after complaint. People all over the country had been targeted. Some reported losing hundreds, even thousands of dollars. This was no small operation. It was an organized call center ring. We compiled everything: the recordings, the call logs, the screenshots, the fake domain, and victim reports, into a file. Then we contacted our local cybercrime unit. And here's what makes this episode different. Instead of just exposing the scam on camera, we worked directly with police. We didn't hack anyone. We didn't cross legal boundaries. We did everything by the book. The police reviewed the information, confirmed the patterns, and within hours responded to an address connected to the operation. From a safe distance, we watched as officers arrived. We couldn't show faces or private details, but we can confirm law enforcement took it seriously. And that's the most important part: when you gather evidence safely and hand it to the right people, real action can happen. Now let's talk about protecting yourself, because that's the real reason we make these videos. Here are the big lessons from this case. First, if you get an unsolicited call about your computer, hang up. No real company calls out of the blue about viruses. Second, never give remote access to anyone unless you initiated a support request yourself through an official website or phone number. Third, no legitimate business asks you to pay in gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency. Those are instant red flags. Fourth, trust your instincts. If the caller is rushing you, threatening you, or making you feel panicked, step back. Pressure is a scammer's best weapon. And finally, always document what happens. If you can, write down the phone number, the name they used, the time of the call, and what they said. If it's legal in your state, record the call. Take screenshots of fake websites or text messages. Then report it. For U.S. viewers, the best places to report scams are the Federal Trade Commission, your state attorney general, and your local police. Links are in the description. I want to make something crystal clear. We don't share personal information of scammers or victims. We don't encourage vigilante action. And we don't glorify hacking. The point of Scam Justice Files is education and prevention. By showing how these scams work and demonstrating the patterns, we can make people safer. But here's the challenge: these scams are growing. Call centers are popping up overseas, and they're targeting the U.S. every single day. Billions of dollars are stolen annually. Elderly victims are hit hardest, losing life savings to criminals who sound convincing over the phone. That's why awareness matters. If you're watching this, you already have an advantage. You know what to look for. But think about your parents, your grandparents, or even friends who aren't as tech-savvy. They might not recognize the warning signs. That's why sharing this video could literally save someone thousands of dollars. So let's wrap up with a story. While researching this case, we came across a victim report from a woman in Florida. She got the same call, the same script, the same pressure. She was told her iCloud account was compromised and she needed to buy $500 in gift cards to fix it. She was minutes away from reading the numbers when her son walked in, heard the conversation, and stopped her. He searched the number online and found scam reports. That simple search saved her from losing money. That's the power of awareness. And that's why Scam Justice Files exists. If you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button. We release new episodes every week where we expose scams and teach you how to stay safe. Share this with someone you care about. Together, we can build a community that doesn't just laugh at scammers, we stop them in their tracks. Check the description for links to report scams, as well as a free downloadable scam checklist you can print or share. Keep it by your phone, give it to your parents, stick it on the fridge. Sometimes one reminder is all it takes to stop a scammer cold. This has been Scam Justice Files. Stay alert. Stay safe. And as always, we'll see you in the next episode. Subscribe to this channel for more.